Rock and roll!
Hey, this way.
Oh, okay. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah! Sound check!
I don't know. You're supposed to know the building.
I don't know. Yeah.
This is a closet, Amy.
Oh, get in there.
All right.
Rock and roll! Rock and roll!
Rock and roll!
Weird.
Okay, so
I guess.
this is the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Woo!
Rock and roll! Okay.
No.
All right,
everyone.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out.
This is not weird.
Okay.
So I think for each one of these, we should tell a little story, right? I mean, we should kind of introduce ourselves and
Yeah.
right. Is that the deal here?
Sure. I don't think we should talk a lot. We're boring.
Okay. So funny story. Our friend Johnny Condit is in the audience weirdly because if you could see the audience, it's literally an empty building. Jerry is here and Johnny Condit they're both here. And I actually wrote this song
Yep.
on a road trip with John years ago. And this is even before we started working together. So we should probably explain, we're Mustache and Cleavage, but we've been Mustache and Cleavage for how many years?
I don't know. I
Maybe
think four.
four. I want to say
4
four.
years.
Yeah. Amy Kelly and I are old friends from San Francisco State
Yeah.
days in the theater.
You call me old?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Amy Kelly is
yeah.
old, and we're old friends. Anyway, I wrote this song when I was on this road trip with John, and I didn't know what to do with it because it was a duet in my mind. And then we started working together, and I think this is one of the first songs that I was like, we should try this
Yeah,
weird
we just
thing
started
that
like
I wrote.
singing at a party. We maybe had too many drinks, and we were singing. And I was like, okay, we've been actors all this time. Maybe we'll just transition into being a band.
Yeah, you had been in Sacramento for a while, and I had just moved here from the Bay Area, and I was like, I got to find somebody to do music with.
Right.
And anyway, we started getting together, and this was one of the first songs that
Yeah.
we started playing together, and we were like, whoa,
Whoa,
this is
this
kinda
is
cool.
good, and it's about it's a love song.
yeah,
Really.
Everybody always thinks these songs are autobiographical, but
We're not married,
they're not. They're not. I mean, they're not about us. Obviously, we're not married, but also
or our spouses or partners.
this is definitely not autobiographical on my part.
Did you hear that, Alexander's wife, the beautiful Sheila
I
Horvath Lewis? This is not about you.
Yeah, I have kids, and I'm
Yeah.
happily married, and I love my kids, and I don't want to get rid of them, as will be stated in this ridiculous
We should
song.
sing because we're going to get
here
in
we go.
trouble.
Baby, let's do it over again, and maybe this time do it right. You're so ugly and I'm so pretty. Let's just turn out the lights.
Baby, let's do it over
let's
again.
do
And
it
maybe this time do
over
it right. Do it right. Do it right. Do it right. Baby, let's do it over again. And maybe this time no damn kids.
Yes,
They're so whiny and take our money. Why can't they just let us live?
I know.
Baby, let's do it over
let's do
again.
it
And maybe this time do
over
it
again.
right. Do it right. Do it right. Do it right.
Baby, when we do it over again, maybe put them Cheetos down.
What?
You sat down on Sunday morning and Monday heard the sound.
That's rude, baby. Let's do it over
let's do
again.
it
Maybe this time do
over
it right. Do it right. Do it right. Do it right.
All you do is take my money.
There is no money there.
If you had a different body,
If you had all your hair,
sad to see the years gone by.
we put aside our dreams. Honey, I've got you and you got me. Baby, let's do it over again. Maybe put that beer can down. this around.
Who?
Baby, let's do it over
let's
again.
do
And
it
maybe this time do
over
it
again.
right. Do it right. Do it right.
Baby, let's do it over again, and maybe this time do it right. You're so ugly and I'm so pretty. Let's just turn out the lights.
Baby, let's do it over
let's
again.
do
And
it
maybe this time do
over
it
again.
right. Do it 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 right. What's next? Hollywood Squeeze. I like this one.
So this is one that. So Amy and I write some together, and we write some separately.
Right.
And
Like
this
a real
is-
band.
Yeah, like a real band. Well, not. I mean, sometimes
Right.
one person. Anyway, so this is one that I actually wrote because I was trying to write another duet that we could do,
Yeah.
just like the one that we just did. And I just, yeah, I don't. I think I forget where the phrase "Hollywood Squeeze" came from, but a lot of time, I don't know for you, but for me, a lot of the time, if I just have a phrase that hits me,
Right.
I'll be like, "Oh my God, that's a song right there," and the song just kind of flows out after that. And this was one of those cases where,
Mine's different. If I'm just feeling incredibly sad or happy, I'll pick up the guitar and just start writing stuff. But I hear what you are saying, and
yeah,
I love the way you work.
yeah, you're connected like emotionally a lot of
And
the time to what you're.
just-
And then sometimes I mean, I also have like emotionally connected songs that I write.
Right, right.
But
You
for
do.
us, I think most of the stuff has been, well, I don't know. I have to think about that. But this one's definitely another one that's not autobiographical, except, there's a kernel of truth in it. My wife and I always joke, like everybody else, like, this is my Hollywood girlfriend, and,
I
oh,
have
that's
them.
my Hollywood
Yeah.
girlfriend. And then Hollywood Squeeze just came
Came right
out
out.
of that. So.
Squeezed it right out. Nope, that sounds weird. All right, let's
right.
go.
Baby, I think you know all too well I ain't the kind of man to go pissing in the well. You ain't buying what I got to sell. Standing there telling me to go on to hell. Please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know she's just my Hollywood squeeze.
Baby, I go through hell every day, but don't think I don't acknowledge your pain. This world's got you wound up as tight as a snake, and you're dreaming away your love that we made.
You and me and my fantasies. Remember, she's just my Hollywood squeeze. When will a guy like me get the chance to have Brooklyn or Olivia grabbing at my pants? Baby, you know you always said it don't matter where you get your appetite, as long as you come on home for supper. And you know, I'm not saying I need Nicole and Reese and Scarlett parading around naked in the front room, but God damn it, man can dream, can you? Now, baby, it's written all over your face. You want to scatter my teeth all over the place, for drooling all over them Photoshop faces. but reality is you're my saving grace. Please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know she's just my Hollywood squeeze. Now, baby, I can think of a beefcake or two. I'd rather have washing my car more than you. But maybe I'll sit here and keep my mouth shut, and you could drift off with that Hollywood. Please, 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 baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. You know she's just my Hollywood squeeze.
Okay. All right.
Nice job.
Thank you, sir.
So, you talk about it in the clear.
In the Clear was an acoustic love song I wrote, of course, and it's about when someone leaves, and you don't want them to go, but you're giving them permission. So they're in the clear, and you're saying, I'm going to take responsibility for all the crappy things that happen. This is written about nobody in particular, okay? All the names are changed to protect the innocent. Yep.
I love that you have to give that disclaimer.
I know.
That's
it's
awesome.
written about so many people. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, and I predominantly sang it by myself. The first time I sang it was at a B Street retreat, and somebody was burping through the whole time.
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
Sorry.
The first time I ever
I
played
had
it.
beans, I think, that night.
But this is one of my favorite songs, and I'm happy that we got to do it together because you've made it so much better.
Yeah, this is a good example of one that we kind of worked.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the song written, but then there's that like John Lennon middle eight thing that
Whatever that is.
wasn't in there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what if we do this? Because it was like verse, kind of a chorus.
I kind of do that. I do a lot of verses.
Yeah.
And you give me bridges and you give me just structure.
Yeah, there was like a bridge in there that seemed to fit, and we just kind of worked on it.
Yeah.
And I think when you first played it, it was like
It was slow.
strumming it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
Anyway,
was slow. I do play guitar, but he really plays guitar, and I just get to sit and sing. So thank you for that.
You play guitar.
I do.
You should be playing.
Okay.
You should be playing
Thanks,
more.
Dad. All right.
Send your
This
letters
is called
to
In the Clear.
the Sophia. Okay.
Sophia. I'm in the B Street. Let me be the one that got away. Be the one that couldn't stay. Let me be the one that needed you. Didn't quite know what to do. Let me be the one that asked too much. Needed more than your touch. Let me make it easy, dear. You are in the clear. Let me be the one that let you down, left you in the lost and found. Let me be the one that fell too soon, was broken when you left the room. Let me make it easy, dear. You are in the clear. You are in the clear. I will gamble all this to lose. I will take the blame without you. Let me be the one that couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay. Let me be the one who drank too much, be the heart you couldn't touch. Let me be the one that couldn't help that there was someone else, that there was someone else. Let me make it easy, dear. You are in the clear. I will gamble all this to lose. I will take the blame without you. Let me be the one that walked away. Let me be the one that couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay, couldn't stay. Let me make it easy, dear. You are in the clear. You are in the clear. You are in the clear.
So, Monkey Suit.
When?
Monkey Suit.
How did this happen?
So, Monkey Suit, I remember writing this song all in a flash one day, and then like I instantly was like, this, I can't wait to show this to Amy. That was like right at the beginning when we were like, okay, we have a thing. This is good.
This is a thing. Let's do this. Mustache and cleavage.
Yeah, and we had written Unicorn, which we'll sing later, and we had written we got Again, and then I was like, oh man, this is one for
Monkey Suit.
this is one for me and Amy. Again, not autobiographical. I know I keep saying that, but it really isn't. But there's a kernel of truth. You know, it's about having a job that's kind of weighing you down and getting home and being like, oh man, you know, like my life is going by and I'm just at this job all day long every day, and I come home and, you know, and
I'd say that's how you write. You write for other people sometimes, or how other people are feeling, whereas I'm just like, this is my heart, I'm gonna write a song.
Yeah,
this is mine. A lot of it's autobiographical.
Yeah,
that's even if I'm even saying that right. But yeah, and you kind of just write for everyone, you know.
I write exclusively for Bruce Springsteen, but
right.
he hasn't been returning my calls. So until he does, let's just keep Mustache and
singing.
Cleavage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gone from 9 to 9, have weekends from time to time, show interest in daily life, it's like pushing a stone, stare at the walls and dream, someday you'll come back to me, did you vanish or was it me, some days I can't recall. Take off this monkey suit, sit down and talk to you about what we're gonna do without this love, without this love.
The house is so cold these days, still winter in early May, so much that we didn't say. The wind took it all. My heart beats so softly now. Doors locked and I can't get out. You pocket the only key. I will never be free.
take off this monkey suit, sit down and talk to you about what we're gonna do without this love. Without this love. I come home early, crack funny and rescue me, like that scene in that movie, before all hope was lost. Ever wonder what dreams mean? I remember my dreams. You say they don't mean anything. They mean everything. Some days I don't know what to believe. I remember them all. Take off this monkey suit, sit down and talk to you about what we're gonna do without this love. Take off this monkey suit, sit down and talk to you about what we're gonna do without this love. Without this love.
And what's this one? We're going to do some covers, which I never thought that I would be able to sing covers. And you kind of just have made me a better everything, better person. Just
oh,
singer.
stop.
But you did. With harmonies, I, really wasn't able to sing harmonies. People at B Street will tell you that. We'd have to do shows, and they're like, Amy, you got to sing harmonies. And I was like, oh, God, no.
Yeah.
And you and I just learned together.
And you've gotten super good at it.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
super good at like coming up with the harmonies too, like on the spot, which I'm always impressed with because it's hard. It's hard for me to do that still.
Well, you're welcome.
I mean, I remember when we first started and I would like try to write them on the piano for you or like be like, okay, Amy, we're going to sing it this way. And that worked for a while. But then after a while, it was like Amy was coming up with the harmonies on her own, and they were better than anything that I could invent on the piano. And
well, thank you.
And then we were really cooking with gas, I think, at that point.
We were.
But I've never considered myself a covers artist. But I learned how to play the guitar by playing other people's music for years and years.
Right.
And back then, when I was doing that, before I was even really writing anything of my own, John Prine was one of my favorite singer-songwriters, still is, and I'm still not thoroughly
huge loss.
over it, nor will I ever be over it, that we lost him this year. It was this year, right?
Rest in peace, yeah. It was 2020, which we'll just give the old finger.
Yeah, and this is a song that was actually on his last album and is one of his best songs. I think it's one of my favorite songs of his. Summer's End. Summer's End, around the bend, just flying. Swimsuits are on the line, just drying. I'll meet you there per our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your vacation.
Well, you never know how far from home you're feeling until you watch the shadows cross the ceiling. And I don't know that I could feel it snowing in your car. The windows are wide open. Just come on home. Just come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home.
Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. I can see you can't win for trying. New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Just come on home. Just come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love that picture of us walking. Just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's in came faster than we wanted. Just come on home. Just come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Kind of perfect right now for this time of year too.
Yeah.
We
Thank
love
you,
you, John
Prine.
Prine.
Oh,
We love you so much, John Prine.
we're going to do more.
That we're gonna do one more John Prine. I mean, we had to.
Right.
We had to. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite songs to sing, and probably like half the singer-songwriters on the planet feel the same way, I'm sure.
So let's just be like everybody else.
Yeah. But I think that the first time I ever heard this was the Bonnie Raitt version.
Oh.
And I think you
Yeah.
heard this the first time,
It was
probably
Bonnie
the
Raitt,
Bonnie,
yeah.
because you often refer to it as the Bonnie Raitt song.
I
I'm like,
did.
no.
And
no.
I do.
That's a John
But it's
Prine
not.
song.
I know you've educated me.
But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man's another child that's grown old. With dreams of lightning, thunder, desire. This old house would have burnt down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. He wore much to look at, just a free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, the years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. Flies in the kitchen, I can hear them all buzzing. But I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
So, God damn it.
What?
Well, again, Tom Petty died.
I know.
Did he die this year too?
No.
It was last year, right?
That would have been. Yeah, it was.
I think it was last year.
It was last year.
But
the year before.
I mean, just no.
Regardless,
I
he's
think
dead.
it was within a year of John Prine dying. I remember. Yeah, just oh God, such a bummer. And then Prince before that. Anyway, wow, just brought this way down.
You better be careful on the way home.
But Tom Petty has been also one of my favorite songwriters of all time forever, and I was so devastated when he died.
I remember that.
And we had tickets to see him. Sheila and I, my wife and I had tickets to see him, and he canceled the show because he had the flu or something.
Okay.
And then like I don't know how many, like a couple weeks later, he rescheduled the show, and we went to see him, and then he died like a week later, I think. After that, it was like,
Really?
And so we got in right, and I had actually
You
seen
got
him
in
once
right
before,
before he left
but we got
this earth.
to see him together right before. I'd never seen him as the Heartbreakers. I'd seen him as Mud Crutch. If anybody's ever heard of Mud Crutch, which was his band before the Heartbreakers, and they did a show at the
you?
Fillmore. It was amazing. Anyway, this is one of my favorite songs of his, and I don't think it's a very well-known song, but
Well, I didn't know.
it's always been one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
Yeah, love Tom. I think he's one of the. I mean, he's not underrated because he's definitely considered one of the great songwriters, but he's one of the great metaphor writers. And his lyrics are so simple, and his storytelling is so simple in his songs. But this is a good example of like this extended metaphor that he plays with, that is just like amazingly simple and just like has this amazingly powerful punch. It'll all work out. Hopefully it will, Amy.
What's a metaphor? No.
She wore faded jeans and soft black leather. She had eyes so blue, they looked like weather. When she needed me, I wasn't around. That's the way it goes. It'll all work out. There were times apart, there were times together. I was pledged to her for worse or better. When it mattered most, I let her down. That's the way it goes. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. Eventually, better off with him than here with me. Now the wind is high and the rain is heavy, and the water's rising in the levee. Still I think of her when the sun goes down, never goes away, and it'll all work out. It'll all work out. Eventually, maybe better with him than here with me. She wore faded jeans and soft black leather. She had eyes so blue, they looked like weather. When she needed me, I wasn't around. That's the way it goes. It'll all work out. That's the way it goes. It'll all work out. So Leather and Lace, written by Tom Petty, I think. Or wait, no, this is not. I'm thinking of another song. Totally into Tom Petty world right now, but no,
Right.
this is a Stevie Nicks song.
This
Straight
is
up Stevie Nicks song,
which is
another one of at least my favorite songwriters of all time. Speaking of like emotional punch, oh
this
man,
one.
she's just like the best.
she's a powerhouse. And attempting to sing this, I get nervous, but it's one of my favorite songs to sing, and I love it every time I sing it.
Yeah.
I love singing it. I'm never like, not this song again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is definitely on the top
So
10 of
good.
I wish I had written this song.
I wish I had written this song.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, this is her and Don Henley sang it with him, right? Sang it with her.
Yes. Yes, Don Henley.
Yeah, Leather and Lace. All right.
You are Don Henley tonight. With a love so fragile and the heart so hollow, shadow with words impossible to follow. You're saying I'm fragile, I try not to be. I search only for something I can't see. I held my own life, and I am stronger than you know. But I carry this feeling when you walked into my house that you won't be walking out the door. But I carry this feeling when you walked into my house that you won't be walking out the door. Lovers forever, face to face. My city or mountains, stay with me, stay. I need you to love me, I need you today. Give to me your leather, take from me my lace. You in the moonlight, with your sleepy eyes, did you ever love a man like me? Sometimes I'm a strong man, sometimes cold and scared, and sometimes I cry. But that time I saw you, I knew with you to light my nights, somehow I would get by. First time that I saw you, I knew with you to light my nights, somehow I would get by. Lovers forever, face to face. My city or mountains, stay with me, stay. I need you to love me, I need you today. Give to me your leather, take from me my lace. I need you to love me, I need you today. Give to me your leather, take from me my lace. Thank you, Stevie.
Pretty.
Pretty.
So,
Can of
back
Tears.
to some originals.
That's the name of our album that is available.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, we haven't even plugged that
We've
yet.
got an album.
We've got to plug that.
We've got an EP.
So we've got an album.
4 songs.
I'm gonna stop doing that. We've got an album.
Yes.
We've got an album called Can of Tears, and it's 4-song. It's really an EP, 4-song EP.
Right.
And we also put out an EP, a pandemic EP
Called
Sheltering Songs,
Right.
which is available exclusively on Bandcamp. But Can of Tears, the EP, is everywhere on the planet. And funny story about this one. So for a
I don't
while,
know this story.
For a while, I had this T-shirt business, which I won't get into, but it had to do with made-up band names. And my daughter and son, who are 7 and 9, were coming up with all these band names. And at one point, my daughter was like, "What about Can of Tears?"
You're all, yes.
I was like,
Come here.
"That is a song." Oh my! That was another one of those phrases that was
You
like,
did. You're like, Can of Tears. This is the song.
yeah, it just hit me, and it just came out, like
Thank you,
nothing, just
Presley.
from that. No, that was Parker.
Okay,
was
sorry.
Parker.
Whoops, got your kids' names wrong. Whoops.
Presley's.
Presley and
It was
Parker.
Parker.
Parker and Presley.
Presley never did anything for me. No, that was my daughter. Can of Tears. All right, goes something like this. Why don't you open up a can of tears? We could say a toast to bygone years. But if you wanna up and leave me flat, well, we'll just have to see about that.
Eat divinity and tell pretty lies. You can sit there and cry all night. Poison memories to make me sad. Well, we'll just have to see about that.
We'll just have to see about him.
We'll just have to see about her.
We'll just have to see about all the right and wrong. Even up, my dear. We'll just have to see about when.
We'll just have to see about how.
We'll just have to see about love.
See if I'm dumb.
We'll just have to see about that. Rain is drumming while we snuggle in bed.
Confess my secrets, you don't know why I did.
They say our fairy tale will end with a laugh.
Well, we'll just have to see about that. Sometimes you're quiet and they're way too loud. It's like Pandora ran away with your mouth. A box of trouble with a broken latch. Somebody really ought to see about that.
Somebody ought to shuffle the deck.
Somebody ought to wring your neck.
Somebody ought to see about all the right and wrong and set them all straight, my dear. Somebody ought to see about him. Somebody ought to see about her. Somebody ought to shut them all up, put it all back. We just have to see about that.
I always have to look to you, make sure I'm singing the light lyrics.
I think we should say too that when I wrote that, I didn't have all the lyrics. I just had like some of it, and you wrote a lot of that. Like I don't even remember, but that's a good example of like I brought that to you, like kind of like in the clear.
I made it better.
And then you were like, because sometimes I'll write something and I'll be like, I just can't quite get the rest of the lyrics. I know they're there, I know what they should be, or whatever, but I just can't bring myself to write it. And then you step in, which is the awesome thing for me, at least about.
And it does. It works both ways. I'll bring mine, and you bring yours, and we make it better. And that's why this is working. Hopefully,
yes, it seems to be.
We will also perform at parties if you need us. Just email.
Yes, parties,
outdoor parties. 6 feet apart. We are available.
Remember parties?
Nope.
Parties were cool.
Yeah, parties were cool.
Yeah.
Now we have just
at some point somebody's gonna do like the Portlandia. Remember the 90s? It's gonna be like remember 2019 when we used to walk around without masks on and go to parties.
Go to parties.
Anyway, oh God.
We used to sing closer together too, but this is all right.
Yes, this is all right.
Thank you, B Street. I love you.
I love you too, B Street.
Yeah.
I seriously do.
I do too.
Have we mentioned we're in the B Street right now?
6 feet apart. We're here, and it's been amazing. It's being here again. I've done a lot of shows on this stage. I'm predominantly a comedian and actor, and I've done a lot of work here. And I've wanted to sing on this stage so bad.
When are you going to be like, I'm predominantly a musician who also is a comedian and an actor?
I'm an everything woman. I'm a triple threat. No, I can't dance. So we'll take that back.
I'm predominantly cool, but I'm also a musician and dad. Yeah, we'll have to do a shot of the empty building at some point.
Yeah.
With just Jerry or just John sitting in the audience. Okay, let's start. Okay.
Evolution of Love.
Continuing on with the originals.
This was a soft, sweet, it's just a sweet acoustic song that I wrote. And it's the evolution of love. What happens sort of in the beginning, it's just romance and it's beauty. And this is a song before the car goes off that love cliff and crashes and burns.
Yeah.
Look at me a little longer, the way you're looking at me right now, before everything ends in flames.
Right.
Yeah, that's the song.
Too late.
Yeah. And this, again, is about nobody in particular.
Right. And you brought this, and this was one of those. Amy writes so much. She's totally prolific. And then you brought this, and I was like, whoa, that's really, so I don't know, sometimes it just clicks with me. I mean, a lot of the time you bring songs and it totally clicks with me, which is why we're working together, but this one was like, oh yeah. And then I heard something else in the song, but I couldn't quite figure out, when you played it, I was like, there's something else there. It's almost like you walk into a room and you see something, but you're like, I know there's something else in this room too. I just don't know where it is yet. Anyway, and then we started playing it faster, and then the middle eight kind of appeared to me, and it just became this fast song.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
After you made it better.
After you wrote it. All right.
Before I drive away in anger and you have to leave the room, stars line up and tell us we're doomed. Before that bow breaks, before that cradle falls, before we give away our secrets and expose them all, hold me a little tighter, stay in bed a little longer, and look at me the way you're looking at me now. Before that sun sets and leaves us in the dark, before the knife gets dull and we lose the spark, before that plane goes down 'cause the coordinates are wrong, before we hit the iceberg and the feeling's gone, hold on to me now, 'cause if the plane's going down, I want off, I want off, I want off, I want off, for just a chance to blow it all up. And then you look at me, the way you're looking at me now, the way you're looking at me now. Before that bow breaks, before that cradle falls, before we give away our secrets and expose them all, before that roof caves in, before that earthquake comes, before we know each other's buttons and push them. Brush my hair a little softer, kiss my lips a little harder, and look at me. Hold on to me now, 'cause if the plane's going down, I want off, I want off, I want off, I want off, for just a chance to blow it all up. And then you look at me, the way you're looking at me now, the way you're looking at me now, the way you're looking at me now. This is our footprint on your soul.
Wow.
This is Unicorn.
So this song was our first song we ever wrote together.
And it took a long time.
It did, because we were trying to figure out what the hell we
months?
were doing.
Right.
We were kind of each trying to reinvent ourselves, I think, as musicians.
And as people, and this was a poem originally that, again, I showed you the lyrics. You're like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And then...
No, I remember it differently.
Oh.
I was playing.
Well, then...
I was playing this, just farting around when you were taking a break. I was like, all right, whatever. I was doing that.
Uh-huh.
And you came in, you were like, oh, that's cool. I think I have a poem that we could maybe let's use that poem as lyrics. And then it just kind of, and then we worked on it forever.
Forever.
I mean, the words were there, but then the harmonies were the thing that took us
because that was the
forever.
first time singing harmonies for me, and you're like, you can do it, don't worry. And that's all. That's basically how you get me to do things. You're just like, you can do it, you're fine.
Yeah. I think I was probably holding us up because I was trying to write it on the piano as we were working.
Yeah.
And I either didn't need to do that or should have just
just left
the
room.
But it came together.
It did.
It came together.
I love it. This is our last song, and we appreciate you tuning in, and incredibly grateful to the B Street Theater.
Yes.
Check out the rest of the musicians that are coming up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it's insane.
There's some awesome shows
We're
on this thing.
so grateful to be on this show.
Yeah. Such a privilege. Yeah, for sure.
Bags are packed in my mind.
I wrote you my last goodbye. And
I'm so close. You said that we were meant to be,
both of us too blind to see.
promises not meant for keeping. I drift in this lonely space, close my eyes and see your face. There's no love without bleeding. I know you will miss my face, where you slept in empty space. The darkness hits deceiving. All good love, it has to end. I can't say that we'll be friends. It will be like you were never here. Bags are packed in my mind. I wrote you my last goodbye, and I'm so close. Shadow of the girl you knew. I brought out the best in you, and you returned favor. Bags are packed in my mind. I wrote you my last goodbye, and I'm so close to leaving. You said I was a unicorn, but I am just a normal horse, and you're so good. I'm a shadow of the girl you knew. I brought out the best in you, and you returned. I'm a shadow of the girl you knew. I brought out the best in you, and you returned the favor. You said I was a unicorn, but I am just a normal horse, and you're so good. I was never, you're so good. I was never here. 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 Here. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Sound great. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.